Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mr. Anger, back with you for another real quick episode of the Mr. Anger Show. Yeah, I do look a little bit tired. I've been up all night long watching the president's election going on. And if you've watched my show, yes, you do know that I was an adamant supporter of Trump. Uh, but, opinions aside and personal things aside, if you go into this saying, well, you like Trump, so you're bad or evil or whatever. No, I'm trying to give people an actual analytic view of what a Trump presidency is going to be like. I know that people are worried about, a Republican president, Republican-controlled Senate, Republican-controlled Congress, Republicans maintaining control over the Supreme Court, and people seem really, really worried about that. And it it boggles my mind as to why, because throughout this election, one thing that has been proven true and through, oh damn it, I can't even talk this morning. Forgive me, but it has been proven through and through is that the Republicans do not. I mean, they're kind of divided on Trump themselves, and that is a good thing. It's a point that I mentioned in one of my other videos is that, he does go against the establishments. He hasn't used Republican funding. He hasn't bought into the favors or to owing anybody. So he has no allegiances. Some of his policies are democratic, and so, I mean, actually a lot of his policies actually lean towards the democratic line of thinking. So it's not going to be that big of an issue as people are making it out to be. Even though I do admit it's funny watching all the news networks scratch their heads and puzzling and disbelief and trying to find legitimate things to say nice about the guy. I watch the reporters, I mean, their eyes just go blank sometimes. I mean, just trying to think of things to say. It's been hilarious to watch. I noticed on Twitter the hashtag is going around that not my president. Relax, people. It's okay. You'll be fine. Believe me, I've been saying this for almost 8 years now with Barack Obama. And it's nothing against the man. I mean, it's against his policies. I mean, he seems like a cool person to sit down with and have a beer with, but as far as his political policies go, I've never been a fan of his. I did vote for him the first time, but quickly regretted it a few months after he got into office, one of his first few policies. But I will give the man credit where credit is due. He has done the space initiative to, get people out into space and to Mars. And I think that's a great thing. So, I mean, he hasn't been all bad. And for the last 8 years, people have been saying Obama's not their president. But we've made it. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You will make it too. The world's not going to stop. The world's not going to automatically end because your candidate did not win. I don't know what it is with this. I don't know. It's kind of like this vitriol of hate and stuff. And yeah, I mean, people can get opinionated and their emotions get attached to that opinion and things just kind of get out of hand. But, I've seen some protesting going on and, there's been protests against Obama and just like the protest against him, it's going to fall mostly on deaf ears. The guy is not even in office yet, so nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody. If you watched his acceptance speech last night, or a speech that he made after Hillary conceded, it was really good. It was actually a really great speech. It was actually impressive. Very calm, very casual, and it encompassed, he reached out to everybody, including the Hillary supporters. And that's miraculous in itself. Now, Trump is a businessman, and businessmen are short, sweet, and to the point. Well, not sweet. I mean, they're blunt. They'll tell it like it is, and people don't know how to take that in today's society. I don't know what it is about people who sit there and go, "Oh God, you told me how it is." and it goes against their morals or their personal feelings, and all of a sudden they start jittering and just going all over the place like a bunch of wahoos. Um, you know, he has hired advisors. I mean, his basis on when you own a company the size that he has and has as many business deals in the works, as many companies as he does, he hires advisors. And he hires the top advisors to run his businesses. And so it's going to be just like that. He's going to hire advisors, the top advisors. He didn't probably, I mean, he hasn't hired the top advisors just as of yet. I mean, he has some that he has kept along and he'll probably keep along from his campaign trail. But he's going to probably go through a whole new branch of new people. He's done it several times during, since he announced that he was going to run for president. He switched staff so many times because when he was running for president, he didn't know if it was worth his investment to invest in the top tier. If he wasn't going to become president, what's the purpose of paying all that money for a top tier, person to give you advice? It just doesn't make any sense. Now that he knows he has the presidency, he will get those top tier people. And the good thing is about Trump, he does listen to the people. His policies have changed since he's announced his run for president and he is now becoming the president. But they have changed because he's heard people's feedback. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. That's what Americans want. And this division of, oh, well, you don't understand because you're a privileged white male or whatever. That's a bunch of bullshit because guess what? Everybody voted for him. Of all colors, all sexes, all religious beliefs, they all voted for him. Each and every one of them. No group was left out, just like every group voted for Obama. This racial division and gender division, and people have had enough. And yes, people are concerned about, him getting rid of Obamacare, but it needs to be done. The premiums are going sky high. The whole medical field needs to be reevaluated, re-examined, and see if it could be done better. And that's a good thing because people paying, $600 to $1,300 a month just to have health insurance is a little bit ridiculous. I mean, when you go to an ER for a simple little injury, this is just a minor injury. It'll run you about $2,500. That's just a minor injury. Not to mention that there's anything major and, you need actual operations or anything like that. And then your prices are going to go jack through the roof. But for $2,500 for an hour inside of an ER, you better get a 3 Michelin star meal, turn down service, and all the paid channels that you want. But it's not like that. The medical field has lost its way in a lot of ways, in a lot of regards. What's the point in saving a life if you're going to ruin a life with debt? We got to start asking these fundamental questions. The things about, corruption in Washington and stuff like that, yes, it needs to be approached because, favors and backroom deals have been going on for far too long and, the people end up paying the price for it. And Drain the Swamp was a good slogan for them because people are starting to see, the American public is starting to wake up and seeing that, yeah, our media is biased. It only shows us what they want to show us and manipulates our emotions to feel this way or that way or the other, towards this or that or the other. And people are getting tired of it. And so, people are getting tired of politicians going into office, promising them everything in the moon. See, yeah, I really am tired. Under the moon, once they get in office, but once they get there, they do as they damn well please. And people are tired of that. The system's broke. It doesn't work for everyone. It works for some, but it doesn't work for everyone. And it does need to be reevaluated and restructured. Well, I don't even know if it needs to be restructured, but it needs to be repaired or it just needs to be examined and looked at, and we need to say, okay, is it too far gone, or can we fix it? And I think that's what Trump is going to do. A lot of people have qualms about, uh, the women issue, or the stuff he says about illegals. Um, Here's the thing. In this country, we stand by what's right or we fall by what's wrong. We don't call it illegal for nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing wrong with immigration. If you want to come to this country, then by all means come to this country, but do it the legal process way. That's all we ask. Don't break our laws to be here. And by breaking our laws, that's the wrong way. And, we got to stand by what's right. It's nothing personal. It's nothing racist. It's nothing of that nature. It's just simple right and wrongs. And people have chosen to actually stand up for what's right. And temporarily banning Muslims, I don't know if he'll go through with that, so we can learn proper vetting techniques. I do kind of hope he does that, because we do need to find proper vetting techniques and reach out to the Muslim community and embrace them and learn their religious beliefs. That way we have a deeper understanding of what would make somebody an extremist. It's not about exclusion, actually. People say, well, you're excluding people. No. How? It's not exclusion. How can we, welcome people into this country if we can't even keep our own safe? We have our own issues, our own problems. Detroit's bankrupt. A lot of places went bankrupt. A lot of things are just, we have our own homeless. Our veterans, there's prisoners that live better lives than our veterans. They get 3 hots in a cot and the roof over their head and cable television. And some of our veterans are sleeping underneath a bridge. Something's wrong with this picture, and we need to fix it. It's not about division. It's not about race. It's not about sex. It's about doing what's right for once, and well, not for once. We have done right things before, but oh my goodness, my phone decides to go off when I'm trying to make a video. I think I'm gonna go kill somebody. I'll be right back. Let me go kill somebody. You better be dead. Or dying or something. Who are you? Hello? Yes, it is. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, she likes it pretty good. She seems to be doing good in 5th grade, so yeah. Oh, I definitely will. You too. Bye bye. At 8:10 in the morning. Really? Phew. All right. Anyways, the thing is that, oh God, I lost track of what I was saying. There's a lot of misconceptions that are going to happen because of this election, and people just need to hold on to those beliefs and just put them on hold for a minute, put them on the back burner, because we don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know. I voted for the guy, and I don't even know. I'm hoping that he does what I think he's going to do. He did some smart things while running for president. He played the press like a daggone fiddle. He played them for everything they had, and he knows it. He knows it. I mean, it, it's it was actually quite brilliant the way he did it. And, you know, by using a format that most people tune into TV to see, controversy sells. That's a thing in the media world, My degree's in media. There's no such thing as bad publicity. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. Publicity is publicity, no matter what. And especially when it's free publicity. So he played the press like a fiddle this whole entire time. And it was brilliant, and I'm just glad he didn't take. He stuck through the values of I'm not letting the Republicans determine whether or not I'm going to be president or not. Heck, because remember at the beginning he's like I'll be an independent if you don't like me, and the Republican Party kind of split with him there for a little while, and still the Republican Party's kind of because an outsider, they don't know how to handle it. So relax, ladies and gentlemen. The world will continue. Things will be fine. As long as he does what we think he's going to do, or what I think he's going to do, I think we'll be fine. But what about his disparaging remarks about women? My wife heard that daggone conversation. I sat down and listened to it with her, and just to see what her observations were. And she's like, that's just a guy showboating for another guy. Nothing much. Us women do it all the time. And she just scoffed it off. And a friend of ours who was going for Hillary Clinton, she all the time gets on Facebook and posts about guys and just some obscene stuff about guys. I mean, not to the point it's pornographic, but it's some lewd comments about men. And, hey, whatever, you're female, that floats your boat, have fun. I'm not going to judge it, but she got into there complaining about what Trump said, and then I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to start any controversy with my friends, so I just let it slide. But somebody eventually in the comment section went, well, you do it all the time on Facebook, so do you want to be the pot or the kettle? Some people don't talk that way. With people like Trump, and I think he has a personality like me, we're straightforward. We're legit. I mean, we tell it how it is, and we don't give a fuck if we offend. We don't. We'll listen to your opinions, though, afterwards, and then take it into consideration. As long as you approach us with a little bit of decency and commodity, we'll actually treat you with respect. But the moment you start calling names, no, it's on. It's on. Let's go. And, that's the thing I've been trying to get through people through this show. If you approach people with hostility, you're going to get hostility in return. So don't act surprised if you sit there and say, well, you're just a dumbass show, and I hate everything about you, and I hope that you die. Don't expect me to go, oh, well, Merry Christmas. No, I'm going to be like, you know what, then fuck off. Because I'm not going to play nice with somebody like that, because I'll be, fuck off, alright, send my little reply, and block. Fuck off. It's as simple as that. You're going to get what you give out. That's just the way it is. Well, anyways, I didn't mean for this episode to go longer than it did, and sorry for that little intermittent break. That was my daughter's school, so I did have to take that. It's Wednesdays. They do like a good call home day, to tell it, to rant and rave about the kids. And she was a little bit short and brief. She probably had a bunch of phone calls to make. I mean, I would have stayed on the phone as long as she needed me, but she was short and sweet about it. And, I'll spread the good news to my wife and of course to my daughter when she gets home. And so it'll be a good day once they get home. I'll have some good news for them. So I'm kind of glad I pardoned myself for a minute or two. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience that it may have caused you. But I just wanted to share some of my thoughts and ideology about this. It's not as bad as it seems. And all these celebrities saying they're going to lead the country and they can Canadian website shutting down, immigration website shutting down. If you want to leave, leave. Heck, that just makes more job openings. He's already improving the economy right away. So congratulations, you just proved him right. So, way to stick it to Trump there. Anyways, I'm Mr. I can't talk today. I'm Mr. Anger. I'm going to get off here, lay down on the couch, and enjoy my day off. I can't go to sleep because I want to sleep tonight, so I'm going to try to stay up all day and try to find something to get into. I'm waiting for President Obama's remarks and Hillary Clinton's remarks, which we didn't get last night, which I was thinking that we were going to get last night, but it never happened. So I want to watch these remarks, so I'm going to be glued to the news media outlets and with my devices surrounding me, looking like a uber geek, but hey, whatever. It's my day off. I'll enjoy it however I damn well please. What? You mad because I'm going to sit here and watch the news all day? What, you want to come over and fluff my pillow? And shut up and leave me alone. I'm Mr. Anger. President Trump, congratulations. That was a great speech. I hope you do everything that I think you will do. To the Hillary supporters, hold back just a little bit for right now. Just for right now. I mean, people are going to gloat because Trump won. It's expected because all this campaign, all we've heard from people who supported Hillary, you said that, if we said we supported Trump was racist, bigot, Hitler, blah, 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 misogynist, blah, blah, blah. No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that at all. Race hasn't been an issue. The only time race was ever even brought up by Trump, no, it wasn't even brought up by Trump. He was talking about illegals. So, and that's a whole plethora of groups. They just don't come from one particular region, ladies and gentlemen. They come from all over the globe. It's not just, one particular area that they come from. So that's your own fault and your own stereotypical conclusions there. So don't project that onto us. I'm just sticking by what's right. And that's it. That's it. Pure and simple. And to the feminist groups out there saying vote for her because she's a woman, yes, one of these days there will be a woman president. And there's plenty of women that I would vote for. But Hillary was not one of them. And the reason why is because I saw a system, 30 years of progressive scandals. Of progressive, it wasn't progressive, it was just steady. It was steady scandals and steady same old, same old. We're tired of the same old, same old. Let's shake things up. We'll see what happens. And that's what we're going to do. Ready or not, America, here comes President Trump. Congratulations, Trump. To the victors, the spoils. And y'all have a great day. I'm tired. Leave me alone now. I'm going to go lay down. Saw me some logs. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. The hell with it. Y'all have a good day.